Oh hey, what's up, guys? So I had a chance to, come back out to Barbados and everything like that. Got me a nice little fruit punch, and I happen to look over to my right, and I see this really big hill of sand, and I'm just thinking, how did that form? Would you guys be able to help me out? How did this big old hill of sand form? I wonder. Okay, so what I decided to do was I grabbed some sand and I hopped on a boat, and then I just did a little bit of research as to how this large pile of sand might have formed. Let's go ahead and dive into that. Okay, so here I have my sand straight off the coast of the Caribbean, straight from Barbados. So what I found out was that pile of sand was actually called a sand dune. So today we're going to be learning all about sand dune formation. Remember, these things are going to form from one of the three major natural causes. It's either or major natural forces rather. It's either going to be wind, water, or ice. When I did a little bit of research, I found out that sand dunes are formed mostly by, I'm not going to say it, I want you to go ahead and take a minute, think about it. What would sand dunes most likely be formed by? Wind, water, or ice? Okay, so sand dunes are formed mostly by wind. So what ends up happening is you have wind that will blow the sand over years and years and years, and as it's constantly and continually blowing it, it's building that sand up into different piles, which are called sand dunes. Once those piles get really tall and things like that, you'll see them in pretty much two major areas. Do you know what those two major areas on Earth's surface are? If you said the beach and in the desert, then you would be correct. So most sand dunes are going to be found either in the desert or in the beach, at the beach rather. So here we have our sand, have our lovely sand straight from the coast of Barbados. You can see some of these little seashells and rocks and things like that in there, and we're going to actually see how a sand dune can form based on wind. Okay, so here I have a straw to represent the wind, and we can see how it would play a factor in helping create those sand dunes. So as the wind continues to blow, it's constantly moving sand into different areas. As it's moving to different areas, it's starting to make some areas lower while others are beginning to get higher. So as the wind continues to blow, the sand dunes will constantly move, change shape, and build up over years and years and years. So in conclusion, sand dunes form by wind and water. Since they can be found both on the beach and in desert areas, both of those natural forces will play a role in forming them. The biggest factor, though, is going to be the wind, especially in areas such as the desert where there's nothing but sand for miles and miles. Now, when you think about something like the beach, the water can help push some of that sand back onto the beach and start to build it up that way. But again, your major factor is going to be the wind. Oftentimes, also on the beach, you'll have some things like small grasses and things like that, so where their roots will grow in place to help hold those sand dunes steady when they are forming. You can also have man-made sand dunes, to where you have to pay a lot of money and use a lot of different materials in order to build those to help protect things like homes, different houses, beach fronts, all those types of things, in order for the sand dunes to exist. All right. Fun fact: I painted this painting. Boom, almost done. This is the Rihanna I was telling you guys about beforehand. And Rihanna is actually from the Barbados, where we were hanging out earlier on today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you all later. Peace.